Hey, greetings everyone. It's Jeff Cohen with C-Level Roundtable, and today we're talking with Garry, the CEO and founder of SenseLinks. Some of you may have seen some of the recordings I've had with Rob. It's been really fascinating, and Rob, I want to welcome you back today.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jeff. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were talking last time a little bit about fleet tracking, and you shared with me that there's a new upgrade that people are getting when they upgrade their systems from the 3G old systems to the 4G new systems that becomes available. Rob, share with us a little bit, like what's going on about 3G versus 4G, and then what's this new upgrade?
So yeah, as we discussed last time, 3G is going away next summer. So people need to transfer over to 4G. No matter who your provider is, everybody's going to have to do that. But there are some real good benefits to it, right? Like one of the things I did say is the fleet tracking, your features are going to kind of stay the same, but you can add a lot more. You have a lot more accessories and devices you can add to your fleet tracking. And to me, the really big one is video cameras, because the quality of streaming is obviously going to be much better on 4G than 3G. So what we're seeing a lot of is a lot of businesses are investing in complete video camera systems, and so that's the big one. And then it comes in a lot of different ways, Jeff. So first of all, what people usually do is they get a dash cam, right? Just like the police have, or the police should have, is you see what's in front of you. You're constantly videoing it, and whenever there's some type of shock, and you can set how hard that shock is. You can have it alert you if they hit a pothole, but you definitely want them to alert you when you hit an object at a significant speed, or you're hit. So when that happens, the people in charge are instantly notified that there's a video clip, and it'll show what happened right before the impact and right after. So that's a really cool feature that really saves a lot of liabilities for companies.
So the dash cam will show you what's ahead and give you the ability of recording when there's like some kind of an impact, whether it's a pothole or a crash.
Yeah.
But you were also telling me that there's a lot more that these cameras can do. Share with us some of the other features that are available.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. There is a lot more, and it's pretty exciting. So well, just to kind of close out on the impact piece, you can also get cameras for the side. So you'll have a videotape of each side of the vehicle when there's an impact, and you can look at that picture. You can also have a rear-facing camera, which will show you what happens from behind when there's an impact, right? So that kind of closes out that part of it. And when you have that, you can show you're not at fault in an accident. So your insurance company doesn't pay out a claim because it's questionable who's at fault. You can show that your driver did the right thing. Or if your driver's not doing the right thing, you make it part of your driver safety training to make sure they all improve the way they're doing it. But when you talk about, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, so you mentioned insurance company. The first thing that came to my mind is, well, gosh, if it's going to save the insurance company from potentially paying out liability payments, is there a discount that you can get from your insurance company for having these cameras installed?
A lot of the well-known insurance companies do give a discount because it definitely improves the safety of the driver and improves the safety of the vehicle. It gives them a lot more information to go on when there's an accident. So you do get a discount, and it varies from provider to provider. But some of the big ones like Progressive and Geico have been known to give discounts for dash cameras.
Well, and I would imagine now you're also talking about the ability to see from the back and the sides. So there's, not every accident is, a head-on collision, right?
Right. Absolutely. It's an awesome system.
And the other thing I'm also curious about is, there are a lot of different industries that might use a system like this different ways. Can you give us a few examples?
Yeah. Well, so it's a pretty comprehensive list for this part of it, because anybody that has drivers out in company-owned trucks, they're gonna want to make sure those guys are driving safely, right? They're gonna want to know when there's an accident. They want to see what happened. So obviously, trucking companies, towing companies, ambulances, medical transport, just anybody who has company-owned vehicles, including plumbers, heating, air conditioning guys, because they have trucks out there with a lot of inventory on them. And if their driver hits somebody or somebody claims that they were hit, they can go back and they can look at it, or they can be alerted as soon as it happens. But taking it a step further is how these type of companies can use other parts of the video camera solution. So first of all, you also have the capability to curtail distracted driving. You can have a driver facing camera that uses artificial intelligence that will alert the driver and can also alert the managers of the vehicles as to when the driver isn't paying attention. So if I start looking down and fumbling with the radio, or I'm texting, my eyes are off the road, it'll actually let me know as the driver, hey, come on, there'll be an alert. And then he'll know that when he does that, other people can be alerted too. So you don't want your driver out with your truck on the road with all those other people, texting while he's driving and not keeping his eyes on the road. So if you put your head down, and you can set the parameters, but you'll be alerted, and you can go back and say, hey, this one guy is constantly looking down or looking to the side. He's not paying attention to driving. And again, you can coach him on what he needs to do to be safer. Other things that come up too are, the rear facing cameras, right? So one of the things I don't think I mentioned before was towing companies. So you're a towing company, you got the name of your company on the side and your phone number. You want to make sure your drivers are driving safely. But sometimes in that industry, there's an issue with a tow truck driver doing a side job. He's driving down the road. There's a guy with a disabled car. He's like, where are you going? The guy's like, I'm going 2 miles down the road. He hitches him up, drives him, and can get paid directly without the company sharing in the revenue, right? So whenever you're hitching up a car, that camera goes on so you can see all the cars that your guys picked up that day. Ambulances can see all the patients and the process they're getting put into the ambulance too. So there's a lot of cool uses for that also, the rear camera.
Well, and when you say ambulances, there's a lot of liability, I would imagine, when patients are being picked up and managed and dropped off, especially with urgent conditions. And now there's a potential of having a record of it if there's ever a lawsuit that could help. That could help. So
and I think it helps you when you go to get contracts with the cities and the states, that you have that type of comprehensive protection. And also it's so you're safer on the road when you're driving, and you're racing your patient down, but you're being monitored. If there's an accident, was this your fault? And it's going to make it safer for the driver and for the patient and for other people on the road too.
Wow, this has really been enlightening, Rob. I was unaware about how much of a benefit occurs with these camera systems. And just so people get a perspective on what kind of investment it is, can you share that with us a little bit?
Yeah, you're probably looking at 400 for the first, for the equipment that goes into the vehicle, and then you're looking at probably a couple $100 a camera on top of that. And then you're looking at you're going to pay an installation of maybe $50 to $100. It's not that much. And you have one monthly fee, but it's not a monthly fee per camera. And keep in mind, this device also has fleet tracking in it. So you're constantly monitoring the status of where the vehicle is and how fast it's going too. So the camera is all integrated into the same box that the GPS is in. So it's a really great comprehensive management tool for the vehicles, plus a safety tool.
Got it. And it sounds like there's potentially a nice return on the investment for putting it in, and certainly some ways to defray the ongoing costs with
Absolutely
with what the insurance companies are providing as well. Well, Rob, hey, thank you so much for your time today. Hope everybody has a chance to reach out to you. Rob's contact information is at the bottom of my screen. Please feel free to reach out to him and get some more details for your fleet or for your business. Rob, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Always a pleasure.